Let's talk a little bit about the art of making affirmation statements. One of the things I want to focus on here, my intention, is to help you understand how to be more conscious when you're making these statements. So we want to take the mindlessness out of making affirmation statements. Now, of course, it's good to go ahead and start playing around with speaking out loud what it is that you want and what it is that you're trying to call in. When you do this, two things can happen, and so this is the first thing to pay attention to. So, first of all, when you make a statement, you might begin to notice subtle things that are happening underneath the statement that negate the statement you're making. So that can look like, an example that I love to give is I was making affirmation statements for a while that I'm good at making money. And what was happening is underneath that affirmation statement was a deep-rooted belief that money is bad. So what was happening is every time I made this statement, part of me was saying, the front part of me, the part that is seen, is saying yes, but everything else from me was saying, whoa, 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 no way, I don't actually want this. So starting to speak these things out loud will give you an opportunity to actually feel like what is underneath the thing that you might need to look at in order to clear it so that you can make a more direct ask. Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about when you're making affirmation statements is once you get clear or clearer on what it is that you're asking for, it is far more powerful to make these statements with your whole body behind it than it is to just say them from the mind, right? So I want to talk a little bit about what that looks and feels like. So if you might close your eyes and feel into the statement that you want to make, let's say something like, I'm worthy of a job promotion, right? Okay, so you begin by feeling that desire and belief deep down in your center, maybe in your root or sacral chakra is a good place to kind of root that in. And wherever you're feeling it, noticing it, that's fine to start there. But you want to imagine this energy, the energy of your ask, could actually sit deep in your body and grow roots like down to the earth, like almost like clinging onto it with hope and desire and knowing where it is, knowing where it's been planted. Okay? So then with that space reserved for your ask, from there you can send up like an energetic cord through your body so that when you actually speak the desire, it's actually rooted in you. So when you're offering it to the universe, it stays connected with you and knows how to come back and manifest within your life, right? So this is something else that you can practice, and it will give you a lot more passion and allow you to be far more directly connected to your ask than just kind of like mindlessly saying the words, hoping at some point that it will feel true. So just a couple little things to play around with. I would love to see you just play around with working on some affirmations this week. And again, sometimes speaking it out loud is just a great way to start because you can figure out like what you need to refine and what is more clear and more direct way of asking. Also to be careful that sometimes talking too much can add confusion to what you're looking at. So just a reminder that if you're finding that there is a spot or thing that you're asking for that excites you immediately, and then afterwards you are flooded with more information or more things that make you feel like you should refine that ask, just take a step back to what your first thought was and go with that and try speaking that out loud a few times and refining from there rather than letting your desires sit in your mind and try to refine it from inside of your brain versus allowing it to play with the universe and interact with your energy and the external energy. Okay,